Hey Cozy Crew, it's Jessica with Stay Cozy Creative Co. and welcome back to my channel where I share all things hand knitting and hand crochet and chunky yarns. So today, my newest granny square poof tutorial just went live at noon. So if you are a member of my channel and support me in that way and support Stay Cozy in that way, then you had access to this tutorial on Wednesday. But for everyone else, it just went live today at noon. And I'm super excited because this uses my sunflower granny square pattern, which I made a few years ago now, and just adds another iteration and another project and use for this square. So I love it so much because it's super versatile, and I show you in the tutorial how to piece the 6 squares together, and then also an option for adding a button for closure on top. So what I'm talking about in this video today, though, is not only this poof, but what does this poof have in common with this baby blanket? And if you heard that, that was actually my hook falling to the ground. So if you are new to my channel, then you may not know that I typically do only hand knitting and hand crochet. So that means no hooks and no needles. One second. But I sometimes switch that up, especially when I go on vacation or I'm traveling somewhere, because this bulky yarn, oh my gosh, I just saw a spider. Yes, so usually I don't use a hook or needles on my projects. However, when I recently traveled to Florida, I wanted to have a smaller project to work on while I was down there. And I forgot all of my stuff at home, of course. And so I ran to Walmart and I bought this 10 millimeter crochet hook. And then I got this Bernay baby blanket yarn. And I started making granny squares. So the thing that this has in common with my poof is that I actually used the same exact granny square pattern. So the only difference is the yarn style and then also using a hook instead of just my hands. So it's kind of hard to maybe tell on here because this is like a variegated yarn color and you can't see the sunflowers as well as you can when there's different colors on it, but it is the same pattern. And I show you this because if you're interested in any of my patterns, but you prefer to use a hook, you can either use it with smaller yarn like I did, or you can actually purchase a bigger hook, something like this, either a 20 or 25 millimeter hook. This is a wooden hook that I've used only once because honestly, I'm not very good at hook crochet. I'm still learning, still practicing. And it worked fine, but it is kind of rough, like on this inside ledge here. So I've heard that the plastic hooks are maybe a better option because they glide like a little bit more smoothly. But you can find these online, obviously, and I feel like they're starting to carry them more in stores because the chunky, bigger yarns are getting more popular. So I wanted to talk about the difference in these. Obviously, one's a poof and one is a blanket, but I do have one of my first, this was actually my first sunflower blanket that I made, and it's made out of 20 squares. And oh my gosh, it's quite a bit heavier. But I wanted to talk about the difference in the amount of yarn that you need for projects and then the amount of time. So a lot of times I get comments on my videos that say, oh, I'd love to try that, but the yarn is just way too expensive, or that must have taken a lot of yarn. It was really expensive. Um, and sometimes that can be true. So I wanted to break it down for you though, like in terms of actual numbers so that you can kind of compare them, because I think one, obviously it depends on your circumstances, and obviously not every single craft is always accessible to everyone, but that's why I do a lot of free tutorials on my channel, because I want anyone who's interested to be able to access it and to be able to learn. So if you aren't subscribed already, you can do so on my channel so that you don't miss any of my tutorials or videos that I share. But the yarn is always the big question. So this is the yarn that I bought in Florida at Walmart that I'm using in this baby blanket. And this is my third skein. So I was so close to being done with two skeins, but I didn't have enough to finish connecting the squares or to finish the border. And so I had to buy that third skein. So I'm going to have a lot of leftover yarn. And I could probably make this blanket bigger, but honestly, my brain is just happy with the size that it is and ready to finish it up. So this has 36 squares, and then I just connected them with a slip stitch border, and then I think actually I did like some slip stitches and some double crochets around the outside, which maybe I shouldn't admit that. Um, but I believe most of them are double crochets. But you know how sometimes like you get crocheting and then you're like, wait, did I already go through that loop or did I not? So I feel like that happened to me a couple times. And then I just have one, let's see. So I have, or wait, so I have one, two, oh, yeah. So I think I actually might be done, just about done, very close. But what I do have left to do is weave in all of these ends. So, okay, I was talking about yarn. So I bought three of these. Each were like $11 or a little bit more. So let's say $33 I had to spend, even though I didn't use it all. That's what I had to spend for this project. And then I had to buy a hook, which a lot of people probably already have a hook if you're doing crochet, but I got that. And then for, let's say I wanted to make a blanket about this size, but out of my larger granny squares. So although this isn't going to be exact, let's say for simple math purposes, we're going to say that it's about the same size as 4 of my larger granny squares. And so each one of these squares takes about one full skein, just depending on like what colors you're using. So let's say we used 4 skeins total, and then you're going to need a 5th skein to do your border. So let's say, or I guess if you use like your inside color to the border, then you might have some left over. But let's say five skeins just to be on the safe side. Um, and they're about $10.50 a skein, at least on my website. So that would be about $50. And then if they're on sale like they are on my website right now, where you buy 5 and then you get the 6th one free, then it ends up being like $8.75, I think, a skein. But let's just keep the math simple, say that it's $50. So there is a discrepancy between making a blanket like this with the smaller yarn, so $33 versus $50 for one made out of the chenille yarn. But the other thing to consider is your time. So obviously this can vary dramatically depending on how much experience you have and just how quick of a crocheter you are, because everyone is different. But for me, for this chunky hand crocheted blanket, each of these squares, I could probably make one in like 15 minutes. So let's say I could make all 4 of them in an hour, and then to do a border, let's just huge buffer, give myself another hour. So let's say 2 hours to get everything done. And you do have some ends to connect, but you can use a lighter just to singe those ends together rather than having to weave all of them in, and there's much less. So let's say about 2 hours. Whereas this one, and I would assume that I'm on the slower end of crocheters since I'm still new to hook crochet. I don't even want to guess how many hours I have in this. The only thing that I even have a reference for is these connecting borders. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going this way, and then 5 going the other way. And I would say each one took me 20 to 30 minutes. So it's going to be like 4 to 5 hours just to do the connecting pieces. And then that's not even counting the 36 squares, which I think I definitely got faster as I went. Like I could tell at the beginning it was super cumbersome and I was very slow. And then like after I had done several of them, I could tell like I just was getting used to the movements and it was going quicker. And then obviously towards the end I was doing them a lot faster, but um those took a long time. And then my border just took me probably another couple hours. So I have a lot of time invested in this, and this is still a fairly small blanket. Um, so to me, when you are considering your cost, it's not only cost of materials, but it's also cost of your time and your energy. So I know everyone has different abilities to give more money or less money or more energy or less time, just depending on who you are and what your circumstances are. But that's really a major consideration depending on how much time you have and how much you want to invest in a project. So I did have a person just this morning on Instagram ask if I was going to be sharing a tutorial on how to do the smaller hook crochet for my sunflower pattern. And as of right now, I don't have plans to do that because, as I have mentioned, I'm still fairly new at hook crochet. So I don't know if I would be the best one to teach that. I certainly could give it a try. And I feel like if you knew the stitches, then even if I was doing them a little wonky, then you would get the idea. But the good news is that I do sell a full written pattern and have a full PDF for sale on my website. And so if you know how to read a pattern, even though it's made for hand crochet, you could read that and be able to translate it into traditional crochet with a hook and just use smaller yarn. Or you could also watch my free video tutorial where I actually take 2 of these granny squares. I show you how to make them and then show you how to piece them together into a handbag. So that was my very first sunflower granny square project because my whole reasoning for even making that pattern was to have a smaller granny square to work with, even though it's chunky and big. It's relatively smaller compared to the first ever jumbo granny square that or squares that I had made. So um, I think that's kind of like the main things that I wanted to touch on today. But if you have specific questions, I'm always happy to answer those. I love seeing your comments and love being helpful whenever I can. So you can leave those here on the video. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope this was helpful in some way. And again, my name is Jessica with Stay Cozy Creative Co. And until next time, stay cozy, creative, and kind.